We are missing Kat today. On Monday, we were set to record, and we did get a message from Kat. Most people have seen it by now if you are a fan of Gulfport Brewery, but they had a tragedies happen this week. This was definitely a very tragic accident that nobody expected. We took a couple days off to kind of give her time to process all of that, but in the end decided this was a great way for us to kind of talk about some of these things and let Kat and her brewery family deal with the aftermath of everything going on. So our hearts definitely go out to all of them, the family, Gulfport Brewing, and of course our beer sister Kat. But I really wanted to talk, and you've been in the brewery industry not only here in Florida but in other places, and I think it's pretty similar everywhere. Gulfport Brewing, the whole staff, they closed down for the whole day on Monday when this happened. And then they opened yesterday, kind of late in the day. They are open today, but they're grieving, and they're grieving like a family. And I think that it does the craft beer industry. And I'll ask you, because again, I've only been here in Florida. It is very, very close. And whether you're at the same brewery or different breweries, the craft beer industry and the community really, really are like a family. I feel like in most places, in food and beverage, team, I want to say I like to use the word team, but for a lot of places it's staff and management kind of deal. And I feel like the staff in all food and beverage places get very, very close to one another. You're in this high intense atmosphere all the time, and you learn problem solving together, and you learn all these kind of things together, and it really bonds you. But I like the community that I see in the beer industry goes so far beyond just your team members at your location. It's really, like kind of all over. And I will say, and there's two kinds of places. I think that there are the types of places that do kind of still keep that distance. We work in a place, we work together at Emerald Coast, and there is one family that owns it. And because they are such a close-knit family, they're very close-knit to each other, but then we as a team have become very close-knit to each other.
Yeah.
So while the whole place, I wouldn't say isn't one big family, which again, it's just a different strategy. Different businesses have different strategies in the way they manage things. We have become very close as a family. This is owners, management, everybody. This is not just, the staff became really close because they're in these, close quarters and it's high intensity and they've learned, but it is everyone there. And they are each other's family. And there's a lot of breweries like that too. And like I said, there's no good way, right way, or wrong way. It's just that different owners and managers have a different view of where to draw that line. Gulfport, there is no line in the who's family. If you're there, whether you're a customer or whether you're a team member there or whether you're an owner or a manager, they have become so incredibly close that they are truly grieving like brothers and sisters right now.
That's so sad and so beautiful. I mean, it like really shows how
I remember being in I own a marketing company for breweries, and I actually get really involved with my marketing clients because the best way to market them is to understand them and to be able to tell their story as authentically as possible. And we were all in a group chat. I had a group chat with the entire staff, and there was something that came up, and all of a sudden someone went, "I'm going to move this to the family chat." Because even though I was their marketer, I was very much involved with every, day to day, this is our team and we are a family, and certain things we kind of come in together and we make those decisions and then we bring other people in. And I think there'd be a lot of companies that would be offended by that. I thought that was beautiful to just see people be that connected to one another, where nobody wanted to make a decision until they had all talked about it. They had all kind of come to where they were all comfortable, and then come back and let other people in. I thought was such a beautiful experience for everyone on that team to feel so valued. And like I really and I know you work at other places that aren't breweries and things like that, but to feel that kind of camaraderie and value to one another, I think is something beautiful And unfortunately, when the tragedies happen, it means you're all grieving together.
Right,
But you
right.
also have to look at how beautiful it was that you had that connection to begin with.
Yeah.
And I know, from where we are and other things, we both have connected so closely with the patrons that have come in, and I hate to call them patrons now because for me, they're just our
Friends.
friends and our family. And so it's really been such a great experience. Like, I really wanted to be able to talk about this today because I feel like with everything that Gulfport is going through and we can kind of give them all of our heartfelt, our hugs, our love and all of that, but I think that there's a bright spot in something like that that's tragic like this, that you can all kind of take a step back and say,
Yeah.
but what love and compassion and connection we have all grown with these people who we would never normally in life even have crossed paths with.
Right. All over a
All
shared
over a shared
adventure.
yeah, what's happened this week is just the kind of the pinnacle of showing that this isn't about beer. It's not about one location or one beverage or one anything. It is this beautiful community